Hi guys, it's Matthew here. Welcome back to another video on my channel today. Today in this episode, guys, is another ranking video, as a matter of fact. So with the release of A Quiet Place Day 1, I'm going to be ranking all three Quiet Place movies from worst to best, as a matter of fact. And yeah, guys, I'm really excited to share my ranking and my list of all three A Quiet Place movies, as a matter of fact. So also be sure to share your ranking down below in the comment section. My list is not the right list, it's just my list. I'd love to see your list as well, guys. But with that said, though, guys, be sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends, because that'd really help out my channel greatly. And also, guys, those of you guys that are new to the channel, I do more than just movies and physical media related content. I also do Lego related stuff, and I play video games. I do all sorts of stuff like that here on my channel. So if that kind of stuff is your speed to watch on YouTube, guys, please make sure you go watch Kamen Rider videos. Give a Kamen Rider videos a chance, guys. And if you do end up liking this channel, guys, please make sure you click that red subscribe button, but most importantly, press that notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future. And those of you guys that are not new to the channel, and if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you go subscribe right after this video, guys. So without any further ado, guys, enjoy the video. Let's get started here. Okay, so kicking things off in last place, I have to go with A Quiet Place Day 1. So now I just saw this movie yesterday, actually, and I was not huge about this movie at all whatsoever. So this is supposed to be a backstory on this is supposed to be a prequel to the first Quiet Place, obviously, because it's called A Quiet Place Day 1. And the main guy that's in here that goes with the girl was the guy that they found on the island in A Quiet Place Part 2. And so yeah. And then the other lady is a new character, so I don't want to spoil anything about her. But the main guy that works with her and tries to survive with her, he's the main guy that's on the island. And if you were to ask me, this movie was highly unnecessary because we kind of already know how the world fell apart and how all the aliens came to Earth, as a matter of fact. And yeah, we pretty much knew like all of that, as a matter of fact, because in the first one, they took us to where they're present day, and they told us a little bit on how the world fell apart and where all the aliens came from. So they explain that in the first one because they're at day like 400, and I can't remember what day they're on in the very beginning of the movie, but they're a little further in the year compared to day 1. But then when you watch the very beginning of the second one, it goes back. It goes back further to where they were at the beginning of the first movie, which was day 1. And that showed the creatures coming down to Earth and how the world was falling apart. So yeah, in both movies, they pretty much explained everything on how the whole world fell apart, how the aliens came there, and how everybody was where they were these days since the world fell apart. So yeah, basically everything was explained very well in the first two movies. We didn't even need a whole prequel to both of these movies, as a matter of fact. But so yeah, literally this prequel was unnecessary. Is this a bad movie? No. Is it is this gonna be like one of the top 10 worst movies of the year? Most likely not. I will say at the very least, cuz this, I wouldn't say that this is a bad movie, but it is pretty mediocre because in my opinion we didn't really need this movie. Like, I think what we really needed more was A Quiet Place Part 3, because the second one kind of ended with there to be another one. So yeah, I kind of wish we got a third movie instead. Up next at number 2, it was horrendously difficult to pick the number 1, but at number 2 I'm going with The First Quiet Place. So now, just a disclaimer, there is a huge gap between A Quiet Place Day 1 and the first one. So with The First Quiet Place, when I watched the first and the second Quiet Place movies, I wasn't really into horror movies. I wasn't into horror movies. I was starting to get into horror movies as I was watching them. So yeah, definitely the very first Quiet Place is an all-timer horror movie for me, and I think what made this movie so good is that it was different compared to some other horror movies that we have gotten recently. And yeah, I do like all the suspense and drama this movie has. The performances by John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. I also heard John Krasinski directed this movie as well, and him and Emily Blunt are actually married in real life, and so yeah, I thought that was pretty cool that they did this movie together. And John Krasinski has acted and directed a couple of movies at the same time, because he just did it again with If, aka Imaginary Friends, because he played the girl's dad in Imaginary Friends, and then he also directed the movie as well. But yeah, I think the very first Quiet Place was a good horror movie. I like how it was different compared to other horror movies, and this was another really good. This was a good creature feature movie in general as well. And yeah, I just really like the whole concept of this movie. I thought it was pretty good, as a matter of fact. It sucks that the dad had to sacrifice himself, though. But for me, coming in first place, I have to give it to A Quiet Place Part 2. So now, the reason why this one was in first place is because this movie didn't disappoint me. The first one didn't disappoint me either, but I think what puts this movie over the first one for me is that it has like more, it explains more of the backstory on how the world fall apart. And like I said, in the first one, they tell you how they ended up like that, and how the town and how the town that they live in ended up like that. But then in this one, they actually explained how the world fell apart at the very beginning of the movie. They both tell. So both movies tell two important different pieces of information you need to know about the movie. And I think part two had like more redeeming quality of telling like the backstory about the world and whatnot. But then after they finish wrapping up the intro of this movie, they go back to where the first one left off, as a matter of fact. And I think they did a pretty good job, because where we last left off, it was early in the morning, but then when they go back to present day, the sun is fully rised up, and then they have to go on a little bit of a quest, because so the creatures don't get them, as a matter of fact. And yeah, even though we have the dad gone, still this they followed this up with a sequel very well, and I thought that A Quiet Place Part 2 was very well done, and a good follow-up done right to the first one, as a matter of fact. And yeah, and they left this one open as well. So yes, we need that Quiet Place Part 3, as a matter of fact. Give us that third film, you cowards, as a matter of fact. So A Quiet Place Part 2 easily comes in at number 1 for me. So yeah, guys, that is my ranking of all 3 of A Quiet Place movies, from worst to best, as a matter of fact. Like I said, guys, be sure to share your ranking down below in the comment section. And again, my list is not the right list. It's just my list, and I would love to see your list as well, guys. But with that said, though, guys, be sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends, because that'd really help out my channel greatly. And also, guys, those of you guys that are new to the channel, I do more than just movies and physical media related content. I also do Lego related stuff, and I also play video games. I do all sorts of stuff like that here on my channel, as a matter of fact. So if that kind of stuff is your speed to watch on YouTube, guys, please make sure you go watch a couple of my other videos. Give a couple of my other videos a chance, guys. And if you do end up liking this channel, guys, please make sure you click that red subscribe button, but most importantly, press that notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future. And those of you guys that are not new to the channel, and if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you go subscribe right after this video, guys. Without any further ado, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to go bring you back to more videos, because more videos are on the way sooner rather than later, as a matter of fact, guys. But with that said, though, guys, take care, drink water, and stay safe, and I will see you all in the very next video. Bye.